Once there was a man named Simon cleaning his net after a day of fishing. As he looked up, not too far away, he saw crowds surrounding a man, pressing in on him. With all the people, it was hard to see who it was, but Simon could tell they wanted something from him. Soon thereafter, the center of attention emerged from the crowd and made his way towards Simon. Once in the presence of the fisherman, he looked at him with a smile, stepped into his boat, sat down, and started teaching the people. They listened intently to the word of God, and so did Simon. He liked what he heard. It was refreshing. So when this man called Simon to follow him, the fisherman agreed and kept on listening. Over time, Simon came to know this stranger as Jesus, Lord, teacher, and friend. He loved Jesus. He wanted to help him and pledged to protect him, saying, "Even if all fall away because of you, I will never fall away." Well, Simon fell away, like all the disciples, just as Jesus predicted, and it devastated him. Do you know what it's like to fall short of your own word? You said you would, but you didn't, and you haven't. Or you said you wouldn't, but you did, and you are. Welcome to the club. I know what it's like. With boldness, I thought I was strong enough to do something, smart enough to make it happen, but I let myself down. In relationships, with work, and with personal goals. If Peter feels how I did, he feels like a disqualified disciple and a faithless friend for not being what he said he'd be. If you know what this is like, how do you bounce back when you let yourself down? After failing, Simon ran away, but he didn't stay away. He came back for a couple reasons. One, he remembered his Lord's word, what he did and who he is. For example, after his fall, I see Simon sitting by himself, reflecting on his conversation with Jesus about forgiveness. Once he asked Jesus, "How much should I forgive my neighbor?" And the Lord said, 77 times. 77 times? I imagine Simon thinking, now, if he expects that of me, if he forgave others, surely he will forgive me too. This word of God, this word of grace taught and displayed by Jesus is what convinces Peter he can come back after running away. You see, while Simon wasn't able to keep his own word, he knows Jesus will keep his. My friend, our failure to do good doesn't mean God fails to do good to us. Our lack of faithfulness doesn't mean God will be unfaithful to us. And our distance from God doesn't mean God is far from us. If you have fallen back, turned back, or stepped back, you can still make a comeback because Jesus' word of God's goodness, faithfulness, and presence is still strong. The second reason Simon made a comeback is he rejoined those he heard Jesus' word with. Every disciple needed to bounce back because they all bounced off the scene when Jesus was arrested, and they all feel the weight of doing so. They need community, but not with any group. They need to be around people who fell short and also believe Jesus' word of grace. It's hard to bounce back among people who can't admit when they've fallen short. It's hard to bounce back with people who don't need God. However, when you have a space where people are honest about their failures and empower each other in light of Jesus' good news, that community can overcome anything. I believe this is what the church is designed to be. It's a place of healing where healed people tell hurt people, "Look at me, my friend. I'm proof Jesus can help you bounce back." Where do you go to be among people who are honest about their need for divine help? Have you heard enough about Jesus to believe he supports comebacks? Have you spent enough time around people who know for themselves that he does? Peter did, and he isn't alone. There are many who have fallen back, turned back, or stepped back and experienced a comeback, and I want you to let them be your proof that Jesus will do the same for you. Peace.